Hey everybody, it's Melanie coming to you from the Outer Banks, North Carolina. Welcome to the channel. I'm out here on my porch today hanging out the mandalas and making more mandalas. It's in process. I was right here when my pen ran out of ink. I use these painter's acrylic pens. It's backwards because I can see myself. I don't look crazy. And I only use them on canvas, but they provide really nice detail and you can get all the little lines, designs, dots, and shapes. So I write on the back of my canvases messages that come. I thought I'd share this one today. How can we not look at the world and be curious and amazed by it? And that quote was from a random drunk dude at Blackman Beach, Nags Head, North Carolina. I was in the exact right moment at the right time to be able to check out that awesome piece of wisdom. Funny thing, I don't know the date. I don't know what day I was there. And it was kind of cool to like lose time and space and just to be in that place of being where time doesn't really matter and the days go by because they go by, and it's nice not to have to schedule things. So I wanted to get on here and give you guys a little bit of an update. I am on day 2 of turpentine cleansing again, and I am fully committed. Finally, we're at a year almost. Yeah, we're getting to be about a year. And I finally have relief because I buckled down and did it the way that people had told me to do it. But I wanted to be like everybody else and just do it and get the results without having to like do all the nitty gritty stuff. And the nitty gritty stuff is bowel cleansing. So getting rid of everything that you're like stockpiling in your abdominal cavity that you don't even know is there, because let me tell you, take some castor oil and the amount of poo that comes out of you, you'd be like, holy shit, I didn't know that was there. I don't eat a whole lot, and so that, I mean, it wasn't like weeks of backed up matter, which is what I experienced going plant-based back in 2016. I started taking in a whole new amount of fiber that I'd never experienced before, and my body was grateful and thankful and passed out probably like 20 pounds in 2 days at one point. So what we are here to talk about today is bowel cleansing. The importance of bowel cleansing, why we should be bowel cleansing, and why we don't know about bowel cleansing, because I didn't know about bowel cleansing. And I'm pretty sure that like 99% of the people out there on this planet don't know about bowel cleansing. So we have 33 feet of intestinal tract up and down, and it like, and here's a little lesson. So you have an esophagus, tongue. Oh, it's really white and gross because I'm detoxing. We have this tongue that attaches to our esophagus that attaches to our stomach, and it's like right tucked up in here, and it's this little pouch here, and it flows in, and then it goes here, and there's like this little attachment to the small intestine. There's a sphincter there and a sphincter there, and they like keep it shut, and then when something's getting ready to pass through, it opens and then shuts. And so then there's another sphincter here, and then that attaches to the small intestine. And you've got all these little like roller coaster ride folds all the way down through here, and it's smaller. It's like that size of a tube, and smaller, and it goes around and around and around, all kind of knotted up and twisted and all crazy. And then that attaches to the colon, and I believe it goes up and then down and around and then out through your rectum and through your anus, which is the last sphincter. Yay, I just gave an anatomy and physiology lesson. It's probably the best one you've ever had. So we have all of this space in our gut, and we have a lot of gut area, and we take in a lot of stuff, and oftentimes a lot of stuff that we're not supposed to be taking in, which would be like anything processed, a whole lot of sugars, a whole lot of alcohols, a whole lot of breads and sticky things, like you chew bread and it gets kind of sticky in your mouth. A whole lot of meat and dairy, which it like solidifies and sits stagnant. And so we take in a whole lot of this stuff, and in all reality, we don't really poo out that much of it. And so back in the day, for holistic healing purposes, they would cleanse their colon once, twice, sometimes 4 times a year, and purposefully give themselves diarrhea so that they could cleanse out their colon, because they found out that by not doing that, there was more incidence of illness, and they didn't want that, and more incidence of like gas, bloating, backup, fatigue, downtrodden feelings, all that stuff. So they would get rid of the old and clean up the body and start and rebuild and move on forward again. I feel like it's really important that we start listening to what our ancestors of our ancestors of our ancestors talked about when it came to holistic healing. And I know that everybody wants to say that we live longer lives now based on medical technology and all of that, but really, I mean, what's the quality of life that people are actually living? Because from what I see and watch and observe, it doesn't seem very good. So I think we need to go back to a different time, at least, if not more than like 150 years, and get into the herbal treatments that they were using and the way of life that they lived as best we can, because I know that we're in different times and modern times and everything, and I feel like a lot of what happened back then is also misconstrued through our history books. Like, if they don't want us to know about something, they just remove it from the school history books and it just kind of dies. Then we don't know about it until somehow, some way, someone miraculously like discovers these things. There's been pictures of people photographed next to like actual giants and finding skeletons of giants. That's all starting to come about. So that kind of like blows our history out of the water. Like, I personally believe if they've lied to us about, and they being the people that are writing the history books, I guess, and creating this curriculum to program each generation, which it is all just programming, especially through the indoctrinated school systems. If they lied to us about that, what else are they lying to us about? And the biggest thing is your health and wellness and your well-being and living a life as clean as possible. That's not told to you. Watch your TV commercials if you don't believe me, but like, why do they advertise for pharmaceuticals, fast food, easy convenience meals, and sweets and all of the things? That's what they advertise. Oh, and then the weight loss programs. That's what they advertise about. They are programming you to go buy those things. When you see those commercials, you're like, oh my God, I would give anything to have a burger right now. That's programming. They're not showing you fresh fruits and vegetables and like crisp lettuce and the sound of the tearing lettuce, because it'd make you want to go eat a salad. They want you stuck, they want you broken, they want you downtrodden, because then you go and you spend your money at the medical industry and you go shopping. You go shopping for a doctor, you go shopping for your dentist, you go shopping for your cardiac surgeon, you go shopping for this, you go shopping for that. You're going shopping for way too many people, because I haven't seen a fucking doctor in years. I had every illness that everybody else had, and I treat myself. I don't go on antibiotics. I had COVID, and I didn't take even Advil or Tylenol, and I just dealt with it, because that's what we should be fucking doing. Excuse my language. So after you've gone shopping for your doctors, you then go shopping for your pharmaceuticals, and you take a whole bunch of those, and they don't really fix the problem. They just still make you feel like shit, and you still feel sick and tired, and you're still in pain, and you're still having all of these issues. And the easiest fix is clean this up. Clean it up. stop eating junk food and processed foods. Yes, you will go through detox. Yes, you will feel like shit. Yes, if you keep moving forward, you will feel better. You will feel astronomically better as you go and you progress. And so it goes on like so you feel like this and you go, and then you're down a little bit with the detox, and then you're up, and then you're down a little bit with the detox, and then you're up, and then you're down a little bit with the detox, and then you plateau for a while, and we'll plateau here, and then the same thing happens again and again and again and again and again, but it is always an incline. Since doing this journey, and we're going on 7 years now. 7 years, oh my God, it's crazy. Wait, no, we're going on 6 years. 2016, 6 years, my bad. I thought it was 7. So we are on this journey almost 6 years. I never in a million years, 6 years ago, would have thought I would be skateboarding, surfing, running. I like to go running, hiking, around bugs, in the dirt, gardening, all the things. I never in a million years thought that I would be that person that would want to engage in those things and do those things, because I was really not well, 220 pounds, old lady, sick and tired of feeling sick and tired all the time. And so I made a change, and I did something for myself and for my family, and I'm telling you, it has paid off 1,000%. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity to have made a change and choose a change and want to change so that I could live for the first time in my life. If you're interested in learning how to live and make the choices and you need help doing it, let me know in the comment section below. We can work out a schedule, I can coach you, I can do the things to teach you this journey of Naked Lady Mandalas, because it is a journey, and there's like a curriculum that I can totally teach. If you want that, let me know. And I'm here for you guys to help you on your journey. I'm here to shine the light. I'm here to educate you guys, because I do have the background, the medical background. For those of you that may be new, I was a nurse for 10 years in the medical industry in high-risk obstetrics and ICU, as well as hospice in the very end. And what I noticed is we are sick and tired and dying from the moment that we are born. And it is intentional. They feed babies through formula high fructose corn syrup solids. That's the first ingredient in most formulas. High fructose corn syrup solids. They want you addicted to sugar the moment you are born. So we need to change that, and we need to grow ourselves and learn and educate ourselves and educate our families. And we, especially as the maternal figure, we are supposed to be the head honcho of the family. We are supposed to help, like the man goes out and gathers and hunts and, well, I mean, I'm going back a long time ago. I don't believe in that now, but he's the guy that's like going out and doing the work and the building of the things and the masculine energy. And I agree with whatever you want to believe in and what other gender identity you want to assume, whatever. But there is a masculine energy and there's a feminine energy for two people to be able to come together and make it work. And he or she goes out and gathers and does the things, and the woman in the feminine energy stays and really makes most of the decisions in the family, within the family unit. And we as those women need to stand up and start making those decisions. I don't care anymore that your kids like it. I don't care anymore that it's okay in moderation. I don't care anymore when, oh, it's just for this or it's just for that. If we keep justifying and making excuses for poisoning our children and poisoning our youth, you're just going to keep poisoning your children and poisoning your youth, and they're just going to keep getting sick and having really terrible illnesses such as cancer and diabetes and heart disease and obesity. And they're like fucking kids, guys. Stop it. Stop it. Stand up. Make the decisions. We have allowed this generation of children to come out, and people allowing them the choices and the freedom to choose because they're kids and they shouldn't be told what to do. We've had that generation, and guess what happened? Guess what happened? People, these kids don't know how to do basic life skills, number one. They are addicted to sugars and cell phones, number two. They are unable to hold a job, number 3, because they don't have the basic life skills to function, because they just chose to play and be crazy all the fucking time. I'm watching this. I'm watching it like swirl around me. I live in like this vacation home complex thing with like a million townhomes, and it's targeted for children. I'm watching, and that's what's happening. And we have kids that don't know how to take care of themselves. We have kids that are very obese. We have kids that are very unhealthy with other diseases and issues and ailments and all of the things. And it needs to change. And it starts with the feminine, divine feminine energy, the woman of the house, whether that is a male woman, whatever. I don't care. Don't you put labels on it. I'm not putting labels on it. The female energy of the house needs to stand up, stand her ground, make the decisions, get rid of the junk food, just fucking take it out. Just no more. And really start to choose things that we're meant to be eating. We talked about that 33-foot long colon. We have that long of a intestinal tract and digestive tract because we are not meant to digest dead things. We are meant to digest fibrous, fruit juice filled, God created fruit things. And we have the digestive tract of the raw fruitarian monkeys that exist on this planet. Same setup. Teeth, got teeth. These are not fangs. These are not ferocious. They are for biting apples, biting mangoes. Like you can peel the skin. You've got fingers and dexterity to pick the fruit off the tree. We are built, our saliva's built for digesting fruit. Our stomach acids are built for digesting fruit. It is not built for digesting Olive Garden. I'm sorry, it's not. Once you clean this up, do a bowel cleanse, you will not die. You may feel like you're going to die, but you will not die. Do a bowel cleanse, get your butt cleaned out, and start adding fruits and veggies to your diet, and start removing the things that are really terrible for your diet. And I promise you, you will have improved function, improved sleep, improved ability to breathe, improved ability to do your daily life and not feel so damn miserable. But you got to make the choice. Nobody else can make it for you. You got to make it for you. And if you are the head of the household, you make it for your family. And you make that choice because you want better for your family. Stop telling me you got problems with your knees and it's because your dad had a problem with his knees. No, it's because you all eat the same shit and you've always ate the same shit and nobody's changing. Nobody's breaking the mold. If I lived by that, I would be obese. I would have heart disease. I would have mental illness. I would be an alcoholic. I would be a drug addict. And yet I sit here in front of y'all living my best life. And even on the bad days, I shit my pants because I shit them yesterday. Even on those bad days, I'm still living my best life because I made the choice to. So it's up to you guys to make the choice. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the mandalas as always. Hopefully you can hear the cicadas in the background because they're pretty cool. It's time for cicadas. I love this time of year. I love summer. I love being tan. I love being outside. I love it. So I hope you all are enjoying your time. Wishing you so much peace, love, and namaste. Adios, guys.